So I have here HA is equal to 5, RT is equal to 5, EA is equal to 2, and AR is equal to 2. So ito yung nakuha natin kanina. Now, ano ba itong mga to? Kung mapapansin ninyo, meron pare-pareho sila. Okay? Meron silang kapareho. Ano bang tawag natin kapag ganito na merong mga measures na pareho sila or equal? Okay? So, two segments having the same measure or length are said to be congruent segments. So, we can only consider segments that are congruent if and only if their measures are equal. Okay? So, kung mapapansin ninyo dito sa ating sinolve kanina ng mga coordinates, di ba? Kinuha natin yung coordinates and then we try to solve for its measure, yung kanyang sukat. Okay? So, ito po yung nakuha natin. Now, HA, so as you can see, HA is equal to RT. Why? Kasi pareho silang 5 ang measure. Okay? So, kapag equal po sila, we can say, sabi nga po, two segments are said to be congruent. Masasabi lang po natin congruent sila kapag same measure sila. So, since same measure ito and they are equal, therefore, they are congruent segments. So, si HA and RT, since they are equal, we can say that line segment HA is congruent to line segment RT. Okay? Okay, so as you can see, nagpalit tayo ng symbol. So kapag congruent na po ang term natin, hindi na po ito ang symbol na gagamitin natin. We will be using this. So para siyang equal na merong alon sa taas. Okay? Bakit kaya ganun ang symbol niya? Kasi nga po, sabi ko nga po kanina, para maging congruent sila, dapat equal muna sila. So as you can see, meron siyang equal na sign. Kasi nga po, para maging congruent sila, dapat equal muna sila. Hindi natin sila pwedeng tawagin na congruent segments if they are not equal. So paano mo sasabihin equal sila? So dapat pareho sila ng measure. I mean, paano mo sasabihin congruent sila? So, dapat maipakita mo muna na equal sila ng measures. Kasi para masabi natin congruent segments, they must have the same measure. Now, if you will be looking at the segments, kung titingnan nyo, kapag equal sign, wala po yung symbol natin dito sa taas. Kasi nga po, kagaya ng binanggit ko kanina, when we are referring to its measure, hindi po tayo maglalagay ng symbol dito. Okay? Kapag equals, so ibig sabihin equals, we are referring to its measure, so wala po tayong symbol dyan. Pero kapag congruent na to po, maglalagay na po tayo ng symbol dyan. Okay? So, meron pa tayong isa. Later, I will explain why. So, I also have EA is equal to AR kasi as you can see, they both have a measures of 2. Okay? So, pareho silang 2. So, therefore, they are also congruent segments. Okay? So, kung congruent segments sila, therefore, a line segment EA is congruent to line segment AR. Okay? Line segment EA is congruent to line segment AR. Okay. So, sabi ko nga po, bakit naglalagay tayo ng symbol kapag congruent at kapag wala naman kapag equals? So, this symbol is referring to the figures. So, ito po, ginagamit natin ito kapag dinedescribe natin yung figures when we are comparing figures. Okay. So, sasabihin lang natin na they are congruent if they are equal. Okay? So, hindi ang congruent, hindi siya nagsusukat. Okay? Ang equal sign, ito po yung ang kinukuha niya po ay measures. So, measures ng figures. Kaya ang equal sign, ginagamit po natin siya kapag ang kinukuha natin ay measures. Kapag equal na sila, then we can say that they are congruent. Okay? Now, take note, kapag measures po ang pinag-uusapan, we will remove, tatanggalin po natin yung symbol po ng line segment dito sa taas. Okay? But since pag congruent, since it is referring to the figures, meron po siyang line segment na symbol sa taas dito sa mga segments natin. Okay? Now, another way of naming or paano ba natin malalaman na congruent sila. So, congruent segments can be illustrated using tick lines. Okay? So, pwede mong gamitan ng tick lines. Ito yung tinatawag nating tick lines or marks. Okay? So, pag meron kayong nakitang figure, tapos may mga tick lines siya, may guhit siya, that means that the measures, ibig sabihin, ang measure po nito ay kapareho nito. So, ito at ito congruent. Okay? So, ito rin po, since pareho nga sila, ibig sabihin, ang measure nito at measure nito ay equal. So, ibig sabihin, they are congruent. Again, we cannot say that they are congruent segments if the measures are not equal. So, dapat pareho muna yung measure nila para masabi natin congruent. Okay? So, given this figure, the double marks mean that line segment EL is congruent to line segment VO. Okay? So, EL, VO. Next, the single marks mean that line segment LO is congruent to line segment EV. So, yun po this is another way of showing that the segments are congruent. You can make use of marks or tick lines. Okay, so another subset of a line is, okay, so ito po siya. Another subset of a line aside from line segment is array. Okay, so what is array? So, as you can see, it is also a part of a line with only one endpoint. So, ang difference niya sa line segment, ang line segment hanggang dito. Ang line segment may dalawang endpoints. Okay? Pero pag sinabi nating ray, meron lang po siyang isang endpoint and yung isa ay infinite. Okay? So, yung isang point mo ay papunta siya sa infinite direction. So, isang endpoint and extending in only one direction. Ulitin ko, ang line segment may dalawang endpoint natatapos. Ang ray po, isa lang po ang endpoint niya, papunta sa infinite direction. Okay, so paano natin siya papangalanan? So, array is named with its endpoint first. So, kapag nag-name tayo ng ray, lagi po tayong magsisimula sa endpoint. So, kung ano yung endpoint niya, dun po dapat tayo magsisimula. Okay? Followed by another point on the ray. So, given this figure, this can be named as ray AB. Now, tingnan nyo po yung ating symbol. Kapag line, dalawang arrow. Okay? Kapag line segment, wala siyang arrow. Kapag ray, isa lang po yung arrow niya. Okay. Ang arrow niya ay lagi pong nasa kanan. Ang endpoint po lagi ang nasa unahan. Kaya nga po sabi dito, array is named with its endpoint first. Kaya ang symbol niya, ganun din. Endpoint muna bago yung infinite direction. So, sabi ko nga, ang symbol po ng ating mga subsets ay kung ano mismo yung figure. Okay? So, kapag line, 2 arrowheads. Kapag endpoint, dalawang endpoint po siya, wala siyang arrow. Kapag ray naman, endpoint and isang arrow. Kaya sabi dito, endpoint first. So, yun po ang mauuna. So, this figure can be named as ray. Ray AB. Magsimula po tayo sa endpoint and then yung infinite direction. Pwede bang tawagin ito na ray BA? So, halimbawa, ito yung figure mo. Pwede ba nating tawagin ito na ray BA? No. Bakit? Kasi yung B mo, hindi siya yung endpoint. Ito yung nasa side ng may arrow mo eh. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung infinite direction. So, hindi siya pwedeng B, A. At hinuli mo yung endpoint. Okay? Sabi nga po, lagi po dapat endpoint first. So, kapag pinangalanan mo siya as ray BA, that is wrong. Okay? So, dapat endpoint first bago po yung infinite direction. Hindi siya kagaya ng line segment na pwedeng baliktarin. Line segment AB, BA. Ito po, hindi pwede kasi isang endpoint tayo dito at isang infinite direction. So, lagi pong mauuna dapat yung endpoint natin. So, ray AB po dapat. Okay? Do not forget the symbol for ray. So, isang endpoint and then arrow. Okay. Now, what if I also have another point? Okay? Paano kung meron pa tayong isa pang point? So, paano natin siya papangalanan? Okay. So, kung meron pa tayong isang point dito, let's say meron pang isa, pwede mo rin siyang tawagin na ray AC. Bakit? Kasi yung C ay nandun rin siya sa side nung may arrow. So, yung infinite. Okay? So, lagi pong endpoint first. So, ray AC. Pwede rin po. So, isa lang po yun. Pag sinabi mong ray AB at ray AC, pareho lang po siya. Kasi pareho po siyang paganon. Okay? So, ulitin ko, endpoint first bago po yung infinite direction. Okay? So, this figure can be named as ray AB or ray AC. Okay. Paano natin malalaman yung bilang ng rays na nasa ray natin? Okay. So, halimbawa ito. 'Di ba? Ito ay ray AB, ray AC. Okay. So, paano mo ma-check na tama ba yung nilista ko? Tama ba yung bilang? So, you can make use of this formula. Para malaman natin yung bilang ng rays, you can use n-1, where n is the number of points. So, yung n natin dito is 3. Okay? So, 3 minus 1, so that is 2. That's why we have 2 rays here. So, 1, 2. 2 rays po meron tayo. Now, iba po yan kapag line po ang given natin. Actually, meron din po tayong ray kapag line po ang given natin. So, ito pong formula na to ay gagamitin lang po natin kapag ang hinahanap natin na bilang ng ray ay ray po yung figure. So, iba naman po kapag line. Okay? So, iba po ang formula natin dyan. So, given this figure, what are the rays? So, ray BC, ray AB, or AC. Diba, isa lang po ito, yung AB at AC. Okay? And then, ray BA, and then ray CB or CA. Okay, so ulitin ko ha. Ray BC, endpoint, and then yung may infinite direction. Ray AB, endpoint, and then yung nakaturo na infinite direction. Ray BA, and then ray CB or CA. Okay? So, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 rays. So, paano natin ma-check na apat lang ba ang rays nito? So, you can make use of this formula, 2 times the quantity of n minus 1. Now, tatandaan, bakit tayo nagkaroon ng 2? Kasi po, bakit siya nagta-times 2? Kasi po, eto ray lang siya. Now, this time, line na po. Meron na nadagdagan siya ng isang direction dun. So, ibig kaya siya nagta-times 2. So, array is just a part of a line. Now, kung meron kang dalawang ray, nakakabuo ka tayo ng line dun. Okay? Nakakabuo tayo ng line. Kaya, nagta-times 2 po tayo dito. Okay? So, number of rays, so 2 times the quantity of n minus 1. So, substitute natin, meron akong 3 points. So, 2 times 3. Lalagay natin dito 3. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 times 2, we have 4 rays. I-check mo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, tatandaan po na iba po ang pagkuha ng number of rays kapag ang figure mo ay ray, at iba rin po ang pagkuha ng number of rays kapag ang figure mo ay line. Okay, kasi mamaya gamitin nyo to pero ang figure nyo naka-line. Pinapahanap yung number of rays dito tapos ang ginamit mong formula ito. Ang figure mo line. So mali yun. Okay? So yung iba naman ito ang ginamit para makuha yung bilang ng rays dito pero hindi naman to line. Okay? So, ito po ay para lang po kapag ang figure mo ay ray. Ito naman ay para po malaman kung ilang ang rays sa line. Okay? So, tatandaan po yan. Magkaiba po. Okay. So, from here, isa pa sa mga subsets ng line ay yung tinatawag nating opposite rays. So, as you can see, galing siya sa rays. Okay? Galing siya doon. So, opposite rays. Ano nga ba ito? So, these are rays with a common endpoint but extending in opposite direction. So, pag sinabi nating rays, meron siyang common endpoint na kung saan nag-extend siya sa parehong direction. So, halimbawa, etong figure na to, ano ba ang common endpoint nila? Ano ba yung dalawang rays dito na sa tingin mo magkakaroon sila ng common endpoint? So, the common endpoint here is B. Okay? So, kung ang common endpoint ay B, therefore, ang opposite rays natin, ibig sabihin, sabi it starts with a common endpoint and then infinite direction. Dun sa extending direction mo, opposite. So, opposite, kung ito ang common endpoint, opposite. So, left and right. So, ang opposite rays mo ay ray BA. So, kapag opposite rays, ang ginagamit rin po natin dyan na symbol ay sa ray. Kasi nga po opposite sila. Kasi nga po ray sila. So, ang ginagamit pa rin nating symbol dyan ay sa ray. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating opposite rays, lagi yan pair. Hindi tayo pwedeng sasagot ng opposite rays na isa lang. So, lagi yan pair. Kaya nga po tinawag na opposite rays. So, ray BA and ray BC. Now, halimbawa ang sagot mo is ray BA and ray CB. That is wrong. Okay? Kasi nga po, dapat yung common endpoint yung laging nasa unahan. Kasi yun yung pareho nila eh. So, extending in opposite direction. So, kung meron kang ray BA and then ray CB ang ginamit mo, ibig sabihin, wala silang common endpoint. Kung ray CB, nauna si C dito, di ba ang sabi natin, kapag ray, dapat laging nauuna si endpoint. So, kung CB ang ilalagay mo dito, ibig sabihin, yung endpoint nito ay C, ito ang endpoint niya ay B. So, wala silang common endpoint. Okay? So, tatandaan na kapag sinabi natin common endpoint, dapat endpoint, siya yung nasa unahan. Okay? So, ang opposite rays natin, lagi po siyang pair. So, gagamit tayo ng N. So, opposite rays natin dito sa figure natin, ray BA and ray BC. Okay? So, pag sinabi pong opposite rays, meron silang common endpoint at nag-e-extend sila in opposite direction. So, kapag sinabi nating endpoint, lagi siya, common endpoint ng opposite rays, it is always in between. Okay? It is always in between the other two points on the line. Okay, so let's try. So, I have here a figure. Name all the line segments, rays, and opposite rays. So, for line segments, we have, so again ang line segment, makikita lang natin siya kapag meron kang line. Okay? Ang line segment ay makikita lang po natin pag meron tayong line. So, ang line segment mo, dito mo lang siya kukunin kasi ito yung may line. Okay? So, line segment DE, line segment EA, and line segment DA. So, we have 3 line segments. Para ma-check mo kung tama yung bilang ng line segments, balikan mo yung formula natin kanina. Next, for rays, ang dami nating rays. So, we have ray EA, ray EB, ray EC, ED, DE, or pwede rin natin tawagin na DA, and then AE, or pwede rin siyang tawaging AD. Okay? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rays here. Now, opposite rays, ito po ay makikita mo lang po sa line kasi dapat meron siyang extending in both directions. So, dapat yung opposite direction mo parehong may arrowheads yon. So, ang opposite rays ay makikita lang po natin sa line. So, dito lang tayo titingin. Okay? So, ito po, ang common endpoint niya is E. Okay? So, our opposite rays, ED, ray ED, and ray EA. So, ray ED and ray EA. So, ang common endpoint po nila is point E. Now, test yourself. So, true or false. So, if you need more time, you may pause the video before I show you the answers. So, if you got 10, congratulations. You may share your